Hello, it's me, French Ted, and we are here for episode number 44, the final episode in this calendar year. It's we've had Christmas, got some really good presents. I would love to show them off, but I haven't got a camera, so I can't. But yeah, some really good presents. And yeah, we're here. We're at Dynamite, the final Dynamite of 2023, and what a main event we've got in store. Daniel Garcia taking on Bryan Danielson for the AEW World Light Heavyweight Championship, among other things happening on the card. But we are here in the pre-show, and we start with Layla Hirsch defeating Ryo Mizunami with a moonsault in 11 minutes. Layla Hirsch with a 46 and Ryo Mizunami with a 42. Nice. The second match in the pre-show is Keith Lee of Bullet Club Gold, or is he not? It's kind of unclear right now. And he's taking on Ethan Page in a pretty convincing win. Keith Lee decimates Ethan Page and beats him with a Spirit Bomb. 71 rated. Probably could have put this on the card. It's a pretty good match. Well done, Keith. Well done, Ethan. But that is the final pre-show matches. We head straight into the main show. And who else is going to open the show after an incredibly wild Dynamite last week? But CM Punk. CM Punk opens the show and decides to tell us a story. And he takes us all the way back to when Jay White originally targeted CM Punk and decided to be the thorn in his side. And CM Punk knew from then on that he did not like Jay White one single bit. He didn't respect him. He didn't want to be his friend. And more importantly, he wanted to ruin his career. That was CM Punk's new purpose, his new goal. And he's been waiting patiently. He's been biding his time. He's been earning Jay White's respect and admiration and friendship, and thought the best way to destroy someone is to destroy them from the inside out. And that is exactly what CM Punk has done. He earned Jay White's respect. He earned his friendship. He earned the right to be the temporary Bullet Club Gold leader. He brought in Kenta, someone who he's, admired for years after stealing his finishing move. Fun fact. And he has now completed the first part of his mission, that being destroying Bullet Club Gold, taking it for his own, and kicking out Jay White and that annoying Juice Robinson. But that's not over. The next step for CM Punk is to completely ruin Jay White's career, and that means taking, or at least sabotaging, his title runs. Because remember, Jay White's a double champion. He is the AEW World Heavyweight Champion and the AEW International Champion, and CM Punk says mission number 2 is to get those belts off of Jay White. Whether that's me or someone else, it's going to happen. So CM Punk, very serious, very calm, slightly unsettling tone. He is laser focused on destroying Jay White's career. And if I was Jay White, I would be maybe a little bit scared, because CM Punk is someone that you do not mess with in any way, shape or form. But that is how we open the show. CM Punk heads backstage to, I don't know, lay down. And we head into our opening match, which funnily enough, Will Ospreay was never here. Now he's always bloody here. He has a match tonight with Drew Galloway, a fun little rematch of theirs that they had a couple of weeks ago. Thought I'd throw it together. It's the final show. Let's try and have some fun matches. And in a bout that had great wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Drew Galloway gets the win and defeats Will Ospreay with the Claymore kick. So Ospreay with back-to-back losses. 79 rated match, could have been a bit better in my eyes, but Drew Galloway gets the win. Good old Drew. I'm very excited to see where and what he does next. Same with Will Ospreay, if he's ever around. Following this, though, I believe we've got another match. Shayna Baszler takes on Paige Van Zandt. This very MMA-esque match, and Shayna Baszler wins with the knockout punch. Seems to be her new thing, knocking people out with a punch. At least this time, it didn't result in a concussion, because last time she used that move, it did. Baszler with a 53, Paige Van Zandt with a 44. Jericho obviously still at ringside with Paige Van Zandt, but he's looking a little bit crestfallen, a little bit annoyed and frustrated. And he comes into the ring to check on Paige Van Zandt. He helps her up and kind of, you know, signals for a microphone. And he just straight up says to Paige, Paige, I don't want to be your friend anymore. And then he just drops the mic and walks out. So I'm assuming Chris Jericho has officially ended his friendship. You can't see the air quotes, but I air quoted it. Friendship with Paige Van Zandt. So Jericho and Friends is getting smaller already. It's just him and Jake now, which who haven't seen him for a while. So it could just be Jericho. Yeah, Paige Van Zandt is back on her own. It seems to be Jericho likes it when you win, doesn't like it when you lose. And this was the final straw. And I think Paige Van Zandt has been on a little losing streak since she had her title match against Shida. After this, though, we've got some tag team action. The Bucks are back. Matt has ordered another tag team match because they've been on an unfortunate run of losses and he just wants to get them back to winning ways. So he's ordered a match. It's up next. Let's go. And in About That had good wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd. Miro and Coughlin defeat the Young Bucks when Miro makes Matt submit. But that's not all. During the match, we had Nick Jackson turn on Matt Jackson. He refused to tag. He super kicked his brother and then jumped off of the side of the ring and made his way out back, leaving Matt on his own to eat the loss. Well, to tap out to Miro's game over. Nick Jackson has just attacked and turned on his own brother. 76 rated match. Nick with an 88 performance. Well, before he super kicks his brother in the face. Matt with an 81. Miro with an 83. Coughlin with a 55. What is happening? Nick Jackson, I'm assuming this is the final straw. He's pissed. He hasn't been happy for the last few weeks. They've been arguing. And I didn't think it would result in this. But Nick Jackson turns on his brother, and let's just confirm that here. Complete success. Following this, though, we head backstage, you know, if we can get our heads around what just happened, and Tony Schiavone speaks to Keith Lee and just goes, Keith, Bullet Club Gold, I don't even know where to start. What's your initial thoughts? And Keith just says, Tony, I didn't know that what happened was going to happen. I joined Bullet Club Gold because I saw the vision and the leadership that Jay White had, and if Jay White's not in Bullet Club Gold, then neither am I. And Keith just walks off, so I assume Keith Lee is no longer in Bullet Club Gold. So Jay White, Juice Robinson and Keith Lee gone. So from 8 down to 5, and to be fair, it's still a pretty strong 5. Punk, I don't know if that was part of his plan or not. I mean, it seems like he had Kenta and Chris Bay under his wing. Keith Lee, not so much, although it's hard to get someone of Keith Lee's size under your wing because, you know, he's a big boy. Following this, though, we've got some women's tag action, and it is the Azure Revolution facing off against the Hate Crew of Jade Cargill and Lina. And in About That had terrible wrestling, because it's Jade fucking Cargill and non-existent heat, Azure Revolution get the win when Risa Sera pins Jade Cargill with a quick roll-up. Jade with a 40, Lina with a 39, Maya Yukihi with a 49, and Risa Sera with a 50. Lina was penalised due to extremely poor form. Boo! And yeah, the less said about this match, the better. And it's very annoying that it's called The Crowd, because up next is our main event. It's Daniel Garcia, our world light heavyweight champion, facing off against one of the best lightweight wrestlers in the world, Bryan Danielson. Let's hope that this has not harmed the score. I'm wrong. It's not Danielson and Garcia next. It's actually an interview with Nick Jackson. I should really update my notes when I change the card, but oh well, makes it more fun. Like, oh, what's happening next? I don't know. Renee manages to find Nick Jackson backstage, who seems to be, you know, packing his things and heading out of the arena. She just grabs him for a second and goes, Nick, like, what happened out there? Like, what's going on? And Nick just says, I've got nothing to say. You saw what happened. I think that speaks for itself. And he just walks off. So it seems like Nick is done with his brother Matt for now. What happens next, we don't know. But it seems like the Young Bucks may have a split. I mean, is that even physically possible? Are they allowed to do that? I don't know. Either way, positive note, this angle got the crowd hotter, which means hopefully Daniel Garcia and Bryan Danielson is going to be lit fire flames. So let's find out how lit fire flames it is. Oh, watch it be crap. Oh, okay, let's go. 83. Fuck. Thought it'd be so much better than this. 83 is crap. I'm sorry. It's not crap. 83 is a good number. But wrestlers of this caliber should be doing better than that. Either way. It's probably because I did a 33-minute match, but in a bout that had superb wrestling, apparently, and good heat, Daniel Garcia defeats Bryan Danielson clean with the sharp shooter. And this is defense number 4 of the AEW World Light Heavyweight Championship. And Daniel Garcia just seems unbeatable. Let's look at the dirt sheet. What happened? Was penalized for Jim Ross's announcing. Jim Ross, what's happened? Wow. We're going to have a little thinky poo about our announcers. Paul White on one show, Jim Ross on this one. Terrible. But yeah, an 83. I was hoping this would be, you know, in the 90s. I'm not going to lie. I'm that guy. But we got an 83. Oh well. Let's finish the show and see how we did. An 83. Well, hey. So yeah, decent show overall. Let's just pretend that this was a 93, not an 83. I'll just cover that 8. There we go. Can't tell the difference now. But yeah, CM Punk revealing his story and his future plans. So Jay White, watch your back. Jericho has officially ended his friendship with Paige Van Zandt. Is he seeking a new friend, or is he just existing? Miro and Coughlin get a great win over the Bucks, but let's be honest, that was because Nick Jackson, Nick Jackson attacked his own brother, Matt Jackson, something that I never thought we'd witness or see, and it seems like the Bucks are all but done. And then a great main event, Daniel Garcia retaining against Bryan Danielson. What a match. Hopefully we can revisit it soon and get the number that it truly does deserve. But that ends our Dynamite, our final Dynamite of the year, with some really shocking things happening and a slightly lackluster but also great main event, because my standards are very high. We've just got Collision left. One show remains, and then it's 2024, baby. What are your New Year plans? Let me know in the comment section. I'm probably going to be in bed by 10 because I'm boring. But let's head over to Collision. We'll worry about our New Year plans later. All right, I'll see you guys in a sec. And we are here for Collision. Before we get into Collision, though, we do have a backstage incident to take care of. And look at that show from last week. Oh, I doubt we can top it, but we will do our very best. This is our final show of 2023. And what's happened? And of course, what else would happen other than Sting calling someone up for some bullshit? Sammy Guevara was brought before the wrestlers' court, accused of making a mess and not cleaning it up, which annoyed everyone else. So Sting sentenced him to clean it up and then buy drinks for people after the show. God, the quicker we get rid of Sting, the better. Although I wonder who the new head of Wrestlers Court would be, because Dynamite have got Jericho, Collision have Sting. I'm just trying to think who's old and experienced on Collision. No idea. Maybe Paul White, or it might just be like just Nigel McGuinness or someone. I don't know. Either way, let's head straight into AEW Collision. And here we are with the opening match, the opening pre-show match. Tay Mello, someone we haven't seen in a while, returns and gets a decent win against Daria Berenato with the cross armbar. Sammy Guevara did good work at ringside. I remember it's 2 greens, 1 red. We ignore the red. 59 overall, not bad. Tay with a 60, Daria with a 52. I'll take it. Following this is one more pre-show match, and it is Sammy Guevara. So Tay had a match. Sammy's already out there, so why not? And he gets the win over Brian Cage with the Go to Hell a 61 rated match. Brian Cage with a 53 and Sammy Guevara with a 65. That is the end of our pre-show matches. Nice and easy, in, out, done. And we are heading straight into our first match of AEW Collision, the final AEW Collision of the calendar year. And it is some tag team action in a decent match. Claudio Castagnoli and Wheeler Yuta of the Combat Club defeat House of Blacks, Brody King and Malachi Black. With the neutralizer, Claudio gets the pin. Looking at the numbers here, Malachi Black was the best performing. Hold on a second. What? Wow, okay. Wheeler Yuta with a 69. Nice. Claudio with a 68. And Brody King with a 65. Got the show to a strong start, which is exactly what we want to see. 71 overall. Not bad. Not bad at all. We head backstage now, and Britt Baker is here. And she says that Demi Bennett will regret the actions and decisions that she has taken. Said it's not that hard to just work hard and get to the top of the women's division. You don't have to betray someone who kind of, helped elevate your career. So, not bitter, are you, Baker? Jeez, more like bit Baker. It doesn't work. But yeah, great segment. She can talk for days. You know what she's like. And she also does a little hint to Jamie Hayter. But look what I did for Jamie. She became women's champion. And then I turned on her. So, Demi, you've done it the wrong way round, bitch. So, yeah, big fighting words from Britt Baker. I mean, you might want to shut up, Britt, because Demi Bennett will destroy you. And you know she will. 77 rated segment. Decent. Awesome. Let's move on to our next match, which is a title match. Maki Ito is defending her TBS title against Chris Statlander, a former champion herself. And in a decent match, Maki Ito gets the win by defeating Chris Statlander with a flying big head. And this is defense number 1 of her TBS title. Maki with a 61, nice. And Chris Statlander with a 54, 59 overall. Not bad, decent. We're building the numbers up. We're getting better. Well done, Maki. After this, though, we have got tag team action, I think. Yes, and post-match last week, this was during the week, probably should have had a pre-show segment, the Lucha Brothers kind of pushed past Bandido, kind of treated him wrong, and Hangman Page obviously stands up for his amigo, and this match was scheduled. It was Hangman and Bandido against the Lucha Brothers, and just seeing the number, 87, in a bout that had superb wrestling, wow, and a decent reaction from the crowd. Hangman and Bandido get the win. So Lucha Brothers with back-to-back losses. Ooh. And Hangman Page pins Pentagon with the buckshot lariat. I mean, you are facing a former world heavyweight champion here who still has his rematch. Bandido was the weak link, but let's ignore that. Hangman with a 97. Ray Phoenix with a 92. Pentagon with an 89. And Bandido with a 76. Amazing. I always like to look at the dirt sheet just to see if there's anything hampering. Yeah, lack of selling and announcing work of Paul White, but it's an 87. That's a great match and a great win for Hangman and Bandido. Maybe a tag title opportunity could be in their horizon. Who knows? But to be fair, I think Aussie Open have got next dibs. They've been in incredible form over on Dynamite. After this match, we have a cute little announcement. Nigel McGuinness confirms that for the women's tournament matches, him and AJ Mendez will be on commentary for those matches, providing insight, and AJ just being her wonderful self, reacting to what's going on in the ring, and also kind of being able to study her potential future opponents. So yeah, just a nice little thing here between the two of them. They seem to be a fun little duo. I like to think they would be in real life. Yeah, and then after this, we have Jay. No, we don't. We don't have Jay White. Ignore me. Shh, never said anything. Sting and Darby Allin are backstage, and Sting says, "Darby, I believe that you are good again. You're a good guy, and I know that the crowd aren't going to like it, but I don't care. Let's just put him back to babyface. He was only heel against Sting. He was face for the rest of it. The change is done, and now to celebrate, Darby Allin has a match. And in a decent match, Darby Allin defeats Matt Sydal with the coffin drop. And they've got great chemistry. Awesome. Nice one. 79 from Darby Allin. That's a huge jump from the Jungle Boy match last week. So what happened, I do not know, but Darby Allin is suddenly good again, literally. And now we have the man that's, you know, on the tip of everyone's tongue. He's the target that everyone seems to want to be going for right now, because he is not only holding the big gold, the Triple B, the AEW World Heavyweight Championship, but he is also still our AEW International Champion, Jay White. And in a great segment, Jay White just comes out and says, look, what happened with Bullet Club was not on the cards. I was trying to build something special. We weren't looking to disrupt AEW. We were looking to enhance it and improve it. And I was building a team of professional wrestlers that I truly believed were next level, and wanted to give those the opportunities and the chances that I'm able to create, because I've been able to carve out an amazing career for myself at such a young age. I just want to give that opportunity to other people. And Punk had no vision. He said that he lost his purpose. And I thought, what better than to bring Punk into Bullet Club Gold, give him that purpose so that he can pass on his experience and his knowledge to people like Chris Bay, Juice Robinson, and the like. And what does he do? He turns on me, kicks me out of my own club. So I accept it. I am no longer in the Bullet Club. Juice and I are still close. Juice is my boy. He's been my boy since day one. He always will be. Keith, I haven't spoken to. The rest of them, I don't know. But it seems to be that everyone is wanting a piece of Jay White. And Moxley wants me. Pac wants me. Hangman Page wants his rematch. Punk wants me. I'm sure there's a long list of people that want either my international title or my world heavyweight title, or both. And hey, I'm happy to be the number one target. It just goes to show how amazing I am and how much I've done with my career to be wanted by each and every one of those people in the locker room. And you know what? Bring it. I will put my international title belt on the line right now to the first man that walks out and challenges me. And I know it may not have seemed it, guys, but that was indeed a face turn for Jay White. He is but a humble man now. He's accepted what's happened, and he wants to lead AEW to even bigger futures than it already has. And it was a complete success. Yes. And who is going to step up and challenge the Switchblade Jay White for the international title? Of course it's fucking Pac. This guy is like a bad smell. You cannot get rid of him. Pac walks out and just nods very ferociously, might I add. And Jay White says, it kind of like laughs to himself. You know, he hasn't got the mic anymore. He's like, of course it would be him. He's like, all right, let's do this. Takes his leather jacket off, passes the title over to the referee. Pac comes down to the ring. And this is our main event, our final match of 2023. Jay White defending his international title, not his World Heavyweight Championship, against the bastard Pac. And in a bout that had superb wrestling and a decent reaction from the crowd, Jay White defeats Pac in 19 minutes with the Blade Runner. This is now defense number 7 of Jay White's international title in an 87 rated match. And what a match. Oh, Jay White with an 87, Pac with an 86. Got the crowd buzzing. Any negatives? Let's have a look. Just Paul White. We need to get rid of him on commentary. We'll redo the commentary, make it all good, because that's not good enough. Neither is Jim Ross. And Jay White defends his title. He is still 2 belts Switchblade, and he celebrates in the ring. Pac rolls out. He's gone. When suddenly we get a which normally is the beginning of CM Punk's music, but it's actually CM Punk on the big screen, and he just says, congratulations, Jay, on your title defense against Pac, but remember, you are target number 1, not only for me, But for Moxley, for Page, Pac, I'm sure, isn't done with you. Ray Fenix, he deserves an opportunity too. Who else? I mean, Bryan Danielson. Let's give him a go. Daniel Garcia has been in incredible form. Why doesn't he have a shot at your belt? Hook, him too. Send Hook. If you guys know that meme, let me know. I said the number of targets, or number of people targeting you is infinite. And I will make it my mission to make sure that each and every one of them have their shot and beat you down and take both your titles and everything you have, Jay. Because AEW is mine. Bullet Club is mine. Professional wrestling is mine. And I'm taking it all away from you. And then the screen cuts off and Jay White, looking a little bit more serious now, is like, okay, cool, I can deal with that. And he just continues his kind of mini celebration, holding his belts in the air. And that is how we go off air and end 2023. Let's see how we did. An 87 rated show. Awesome. I will take that. 2 top class matches here. Hangman and Bandito beating the Lucha Brothers, and Jay White defeating Pac to retain one of his titles. We've made it. We are at the end of 2023, which means the next episode won't just be a special awards evening, but it will be in 2024. We're in the future, guys. That's if you're watching this when it was uploaded. If you watch this in like a year's time, we're not in the future. But in that episode, we will run through the French Ted's special awards evening. There are 10 categories, I believe. And we will also take a look at who has won Wrestler of the Year, Promotion of the Year, what other things like Female Wrestler of the Year, Rookie of the Year, Referee of the Year, Manager of the Year, all of that. AEW do their own end of year awards. And I'm going to be honest, if AEW don't sweep most of those, I'm going to be severely pissed, because I've done incredible things with this company. But yeah, let's not end on a rant. Thank you very much for watching, guys. Year 1 is done. On to year 2. I'm looking forward to it. I hope you guys are too. Thank you very much. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.